yo.
Hey, good morning, Jess Hilarious.
Good morning, yo.
Charlamagne the guy.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday. Good morning. You know, just your friendly neighborhood, nationally syndicated morning show.
Talk that talk.
You know, I'm sure that this local morning shows that sound better.
Yes.
Okay. Salute to all of y'all.
Yes,
all right?
that is right.
Trust me, it ain't. It ain't what it appears to be.
Okay, well, come on,
It
Jess.
is a live show, so all right. Things happen.
Yeah,
It happen.
yeah.
What's up, yo?
Don't get him started.
Yeah, I mean, nobody cares. Whatever.
Yes.
Good morning,
Good
all
morning,
listeners.
Jess. How are you
Good
feeling?
morning. I'm good.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How is New Orleans?
New Orleans is crazy. It was crazy.
What you
went to
do
the
out
game?
there?
Huh?
You went to the game?
No, I did not
Oh.
go to the game.
Did you eat?
Every day I was down
Good.
there.
Did you go to Morrow's?
From the 6th to the 10th. Yes. I ate at Morrow's. I ate at Mondays because he got another restaurant. Mondays I ate at a lot of different places.
Dope.
But it was good. It was lit. Yo, let me tell you something. New Orleans, that's where everybody decided to cheat at or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
And I'm telling you, man, people was saying me and they was with their little side chicks and I'm like, yeah, I did report that you had a girlfriend. Who that is? You know what I mean? I'm talking about eyes dilated. They see me. I'm like, look, I ain't even on that.
Oh, so when people see you, they running the other way now.
Listen.
Ducking.
Would you down there with who you was supposed to be
But
with?
listen, absolutely.
Oh.
Don't play with me. But the side chicks love Jess Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to come and speak and all that. And the niggas, no, don't.
Don't talk to her because she do Jess With The Mess.
That's right.
Yo. You should have seen some of their faces, yeah.
I saw something you posted in your story the other day. I was like, what the hell that mean? Hold on, let me see if I
What?
can find it.
What was that?
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
I was coming at somebody or something?
No, you said something about cheating when you see your side dude. Yeah, you posted Beyonce meme and you was like, when I see both my dudes in public.
Oh. Hey, yo, that's funny. That was just a funny meme
Okay.
that I posted.
Just making sure.
Yeah,
You look refreshed this morning, though, to be out here raising a newborn.
absolutely.
You look high, though.
I am high.
Okay, all right.
Not you look high. You look high.
Just a little bit. All right. Well, Tamika Mallory will be joining us this morning. She has a new book, I Live to Tell the Story.
Yes, her new book, I Live to Tell a Story, a memoir of love, legacy, and resilience, is out today via Black Privilege Simon & Schuster Publishing, and she will be here to talk all about it. Her last book was State of Emergency.
Right.
That was more of a guide to help us get through that particular time that we were in,
That's right.
2020, 2021. But this book is actually her memoir, so
That's
we'll be
right.
talking all about it.
Is she related to Shari Shepherd?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Where you get that from?
They favor
You think so?
the comedian
Let me look.
Shari. Yeah, like that could be like our little sister. Like Tamika could be our little sister.
I don't
They
think they're
favor
related.
to me.
I don't think they're related.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. We got front page news, a lot to discuss in front page news, and then get it off your chest. Please, you can start getting on the phone lines right now, 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, if you need to get some things off your chest, you can call us up right now. But front page news is next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Envy, Charlamagne, and Jess, how y'all feeling?
You good?
Blessed, black, and highly favored. What up, Morgan?
I love it. I love to hear that. Okay, so the latest on front page news is there's yet another aviation accident. Before I get into that, let's check in with the Trump administration. So Hamas is suspending a planned hostage release for this weekend after it claimed Israel is not following the terms of their ceasefire agreement. A Hamas official said there have been numerous violations, which they said include delaying the return of displaced Palestinians to northern Gaza, not allowing supplies to enter the Strip, and gunfire in various parts of the region. Now, the militant group said because of this, the hostage exchange that's set for Saturday is postponed until further notice. Now, Israel said the development is a complete violation of the ceasefire and hostage deal that they struck before. Now, yesterday afternoon, President Trump spoke from the Oval Office saying he would call for an end to the ceasefire deal if Israel and Hamas, between Israel and Hamas, if every Israeli hostage is not released from Gaza on Saturday. Let's hear more from President Trump.
As far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't know what the ceasefire agreement is, but I'm sure Trump would rather give Israel the green light to wipe Gaza out. Like, Trump already told you he wants to take over the region and displace all the Palestinians, so that don't sound like, they looking for peace. Also, if they go in and, wipe out the Gaza Strip, won't they be hurting the hostages too?
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So in a recent interview with Fox News, Brett Baer, Trump said Palestinians wouldn't be welcomed back to the Gaza Strip if the U.S. decided to take over the region because the conditions aren't livable. And he also called it a demolition site. He believes that he could strike a deal with neighboring nations to take in displaced Palestinians, neighboring nations like Egypt and Jordan. Let's hear more from President Trump on Gaza.
No, they wouldn't, because they're going to have much better housing, much better. In other words, I'm talking about building a permanent place for them. If they have to return now, it will be years before you could ever. It's not habitable. It will be years before it could happen. I think I could make a deal with Jordan. I think I could make a deal with Egypt. We give them billions and billions of dollars a year.
Now, the president, he's not wrong about that. The U.S. does provide Jordan and Egypt with billions of dollars in humanitarian aid, but he does believe he could strike a deal with those nations and other Arab nations. But so far, they've pushed back, saying the plan would be a violation of international law. Some Republicans say that they believe this plan is far-fetched, but Trump will be meeting with the King of Jordan at the White House today. So we will see how that develops. And in political news relative to New York, the Department of Justice is set to drop a federal corruption case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. That's according to a memo sent by acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Beauvais that instructed the acting U.S. Attorney for the Southern District to dismiss the charges as soon as is practicable. Charges were brought against Adams last year in what was the first prosecution of a sitting mayor in New York City history. So let's continue to watch out and see what happens to New York City Mayor Eric Adams. We knew that this was probably coming, but as he has aligned himself with the new administration, it seems as though that appears to be working in his favor.
Well, I didn't know the charges were going to be dropped. I thought that, Trump would probably
pardon him after.
After the fact, yeah.
But the mayor did tell top officials not to criticize President Trump and not to interfere with immigration enforcement. So I guess, being on the side of Donald Trump has its privileges for somebody like Mayor Adams. Yeah,
but the crazy thing is when you look at the judicial system in the last, 10 days, 15 days, there is none. Nobody gives an F. Like, people do whatever they want to do.
That's not true.
What are you talking about? He just pardoned all these people. No. He didn't even go through the judicial process. What?
There's definitely a judicial system for regular mother effers like us.
Touche.
Not for those individuals. What are you talking about?
But that is wild.
Like
your ass ain't getting no pardon.
You right.
Your ass ain't gonna get your charges dropped.
You right.
What are you talking about?
But it's crazy because if you align yourself with Trump or you have some political friends, you don't even got to go to court. You could do a crime and just. I guess maybe it has, and we just haven't seen it in our face like this. But now it's in our face where it's just blatant. Like middle fingers up, F it. It is what it is.
On both sides, though.
Yep.
Literally on both sides.
That's right.
I'm still thinking about that Gaza Strip thing. I really would like to talk to somebody way smarter than me about that, because I don't know how any of those things work. But if you decided to give Israel the green light to wipe out the Gaza Strip, like, because he said all hell would break loose on 12 noon Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If you did that, you'd be taking out the hostages too, right? Like, if you want the hostages to be returned safely, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose to have them just go wipe out the Gaza Strip?
It's almost like if I can't have them, you can't have them either. I have no idea, but that's what it sounds like.
I don't get that.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Morgan.
All right. Talk to y'all at 7.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
What's up, Envy? This is Marcus, man.
Marcus, what's up? Where you calling from, brother?
I'm calling from Rayford, North Carolina.
What's up, brother? Get it off your chest.
No doubt. How you doing, Envy?
I'm good.
He met the station.
All right. I'm calling. I want to holler at my man Charlamagne the Fairy, man.
I'm right here, sir. How your mama doing?
Charlamagne
the Fairy?
Man, you can't go a week. You can't. Nah, he ain't the guy. He the fairy, bro.
Okay.
Anything else?
Charlamagne, you can't go a week without saying no gay stuff, bro.
Facts.
I bet a week.
I ain't say nothing gay all week.
Oh, that's why you a fairy.
Yeah.
I ain't say nothing gay all week.
Charlamagne, you can't be the guy, bro, the way you be talking, bro. You sound like a fairy, bro.
You can't beat me up.
Man, come on, man. You 160, bro. You a little dude.
You can't.
With big eyebrows. Come on, you look like more. Come on, you look like more chestnut. You look more like what my man name RuPaul. You look like RuPaul out the dress, Charlamagne.
I never heard that one.
That was gay.
You still can't beat me up.
No more chestnut. No more chestnut. RuPaul. RuPaul.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about my attractive features? Because you notice a lot of them.
Man, I know you can't go a week without saying nothing about big sticks of bubble gum. I know that.
Bye, Marcus.
Y'all have a good day.
Yes,
I love y'all. I love y'all. Charlamagne, man, tighten up, man.
You just said you love me.
Tighten them
You
cheeks.
want it tight or loose?
He like, no, I'm done with this.
Hello, who's this?
It's Mike from Louisiana, baby. What's up?
What's up, Mike? What's happening?
Man, I want to get it on my chest. Leave Lauren LaRose alone. She got a man. It's me.
Oh, that's a damn lie. Well, you know what?
Leave her alone, bro.
She do got a few prospects for Friday, though. She acting like she don't, but she got a few. And yesterday she said it's a marathon as far as Valentine's Day is concerned. And you know, from what I've been told, a lot of participants in the marathon want to know what place they're in.
What place I'm in, Lord? I just want to know.
She not in here. I don't know. What's your name? Tell us your name.
Mike from Louisiana.
Oh, she don't know you for real.
Goodbye, Mike.
Charlamagne, you crazy.
Mike trying to get in the race.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, Mike. Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. This is James calling from North Carolina.
What's up, James? Get it off your chest.
Yeah, over the weekend, man, I checked out that documentary on Luther Vandross. I didn't realize how much that man's music played a part of my young life. I mean, banger after banger after banger. That man was really talented.
Absolutely.
What kind of? I never heard nobody say anything. I didn't know it was ever a question of whether or not Luther Vandross was talented.
No, not that part. I mean, I know it's undoubted that he's talented, but you know, I didn't realize how much his music played a part in my life when I was growing up.
Yes,
I mean, my parents always played his stuff, man, and I always loved his music. But looking back at it, I was like, man, that man, he had some bangers.
He got too much. Never too much. Here and Now. Dance with My Father. A House Is Not a Home.
So many records.
Like too many.
Yeah, man. And on top of that, I never realized he didn't have a significant other. He never had a significant other.
Well, I'm sure he did. It's just that you didn't. You didn't know who the person was.
Well, yeah, you didn't know who he was.
Well, he kept it close to the chest then because wow.
You didn't know who he was.
He was gay.
It's so funny. What about people who ain't know?
Well, I mean, they talk about it in the doc,
They talk about it in the doc,
in
he
the
was
doc,
gay.
they talk about
That's
it.
why I said it.
Oh, Wario's there.
Well, he mentions in the doc that he doesn't want to put his sexuality out there.
Yeah.
By the way, I agree. It don't matter. I don't know when we got to this point in our society where we got to know what everybody doing in their bedroom. It don't matter. Like, you know, Luther Vandross music gonna slap regardless.
That's right.
Slap that ass.
Have a good one, James.
Never too much gonna slap regardless if he talking about, you know, penis, vagina,
Jesus.
You know, whatever it is.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning, Envy. How you doing? This is Wayne in Los Angeles. Good morning.
What's up, Wayne? Get it off your chest, brother.
Yes, sir. First, Envy, I just want to say the outstanding job that you guys do is just gold. I just don't have the words for it, but outstanding. And I just want to say Trump is headed towards being a full dictator now because this man has started ignoring federal judges' orders. And Vance is, running point for him. And once that starts, it won't be no turning back from this dictatorship that this man is trying to go into. And it's really time for us, the people, the remaining people, to get out and protest, boycott, whatever we got to do peacefully, and I emphasize that peacefully, to make sure this man doesn't overturn this democracy that people like myself fought for, and even I'm sure people in you guys' family fought for it too. So I just want to say, y'all are doing an outstanding job. Charlamagne, that's my main man. Jess, the Hilarious. She's my beautiful queen.
Thank you.
And all the queens that come on that promote the news and everything. I really enjoy y'all. God bless y'all. Oh yeah, Jess, your beautiful baby. 1,000 kisses for her. Y'all have a good one.
Appreciate you, brother. He's not wrong at all. Like, I was watching yesterday, our Speaker Mike Johnson declined to say whether President Donald Trump and his administration should comply with court rulings. You know what I mean? So when you got an administration being sued on multiple fronts because Trump's dismissing federal employees and he's freezing a certain funds appropriated by Congress, they're saying they don't know whether they have to comply with court rulings. That lets you know all you need to know right there.
Hello, who's this?
Here, what's up, Envy?
Hey, what's up, Trav?
What's up?
Chilling. What's going on? Jess, what's going on? Or Lauren? I don't know who there.
It's me.
Oh, what's up, Jess?
What's up?
How you doing, baby? What's up, Shar?
Peace, sis. What's the word?
I got a question for y'all.
Yes.
I've been coming up there for about a good 7 years now, and I never got none of the gay accommodation that apparently y'all giving out there at the Breakfast Club.
Wow.
And I need to know what the gay accommodations are, what the benefits are of being gay and coming up to the Breakfast Club. Can y'all please let me know? Because I've been coming up there for a while now.
Well, we got a different chair for gay people. It's a chair that got like this. It's like a built-in dildo.
Wow.
So when you sit on it, but you got to press the button. If you don't press the button, it won't shoot up. If you don't press the button, it stays flat.
Why have I never been offered this chair, Shar?
I mean, I don't know. You never asked for it.
You shy.
Listen, Jess. You got. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say you. I don't. You didn't really say it yesterday. Shar kind of just put you in there. But men can actually be born gay. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Because I'm a gay man that was born gay.
I do think people are born gay.
Yeah, he did.
I believe
I've never been attracted to a woman at all. Like when it comes to sexually attraction, at all. I can't even get an erection.
All right.
Off a woman.
Yeah.
It's only.
I believe people.
Off men.
I believe people are born gay.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, I said I don't think everybody is born gay. Everybody.
Some men can be turned out.
Yeah.
Some men can definitely be turned out.
Period.
You got a story?
Well, I want to tell our story, Charlamagne.
I'm not. First of all, you could. First of all, I would be doing the turning out. That's number one. Okay, you could never turn me out. Okay, all right. Let's be clear about that.
Didn't Marcus just call this morning and say enough?
Well, Trav is actually gay.
Oh.
So we're having a conversation. I'm just letting Trav know he couldn't turn me out. All right, I would turn him out.
Bye, Trav.
Hello, Trav. Oh.
Mack is yelling, hey, yo.
How do you out gay a gay? That is so funny.
But it is true, though. I do believe people are born gay, but then I do believe that some people probably make a choice. Depending on the circumstance.
Not probably. Definitely did.
Yeah, you've heard about people being gay for pay. In prison.
Oh, my God. I wasn't talking
in prison, sometimes they make the choice for you, right?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, well. Get it off your chest. We got Jess With The Mess coming up.
Yes, Kendrick Streams going up. And all people can think about is his shape and his jeans.
His shape and what?
Yes, them Levi's, the bell bottoms that he had on, he was very much given. But that's all people worried about. And this man streams going crazy and all that.
All right, well, we'll get to that next. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess With The Mess.
News is real. News is real. Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore. Jess don't do no lying.
Jess is gonna bring you numbers.
Jess With The Mess. And news is real.
On The Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference. Keep it a stack.
Kendrick's so good in them jeans. In my opinion, he looked good. The glutes was, you got to see how he work out. The glutes was tight and everything. And I had the same Levi's. I had them, the bell bottom Levi's. They was fire.
Well, his are actually Celine, but
damn.
But the glutes, they did.
I swear when he turned around, I thought it was Levi's, but yeah.
It's so crazy.
We look the same and I'm down.
You saw the shape. Mm-hmm. Well, the shape and the glutes have helped him a lot because Kendrick Lamar's streams for his 2024 song Not Like Us actually soared to 430% on Spotify.
The glutes helped him out with that.
Oh yeah, girl, you know the body. When the body be body and it do what it's supposed to do, you know how that go. And this all happened hours after his halftime performance at the Super Bowl, which is not uncommon. This happens with all the artists that take the Super Bowl stage. It's such a big stage. That's why they do it. The 9 other songs he performed as a part of his 13-minute set reached into the double digits for 175% total gain. And this is according to data that was provided by the streaming service on Monday, according to Spotify. Now, that's great for him, but there have been people still reacting, good, bad, indifferent.
To the performance?
Yeah, to the performance. DJ Mustard actually not sat down, but he called into Big Boy in LA the day after the Super Bowl performance and talked about the fact that the fact that Kendrick Lamar mentioned the lawsuit on the stage. Let's take a listen to audio 2.
When I was actually watching it last night, and I told the neighborhood, I said, you probably get a dun, 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 and that's it. So when I saw that part coming, when he said about, he want to do it, but, paraphrasing, they like to sue. I thought that was it.
I actually never heard that. I actually never heard that part either. I mean, I heard the part, but I never heard him say that. And I was like, okay, that's hard. So he's good, man. He's just really good.
You didn't know.
I was joking with him that like in the middle of the week, and I just was sending him a voice note like, "Oh no, you really about to do it?"
So you hadn't heard the "they love to sue" part?
No, he didn't say it. Nah, hell no.
So
I didn't know he was doing his own thing.
Did you catch that live the same way that we caught it live?
Yeah, I think everybody's production, everybody, that was just something. Yeah, I don't know.
You think Drake would double down on being a sucker ass sore loser by suing the NFL? I don't think he would do that.
No, I don't think he'd sue the NFL.
Right now.
And he did release a statement before the Super Bowl at Universal. He didn't come out in the NFL. I don't know. At this point, I think everybody is like fair game. He basically said that they're not backing down. They don't care that the song's about to go to the Super Bowl. Like they're gonna keep doing what they're doing because they have proof of what they're alleging. But I feel like at this point, since he done already did it and people already on him, anybody fair game.
I wonder how many legal letters they sent the NFL just trying to get the NFL to stop Kendrick from doing that song beforehand. Though I know they did. I know they did.
I think you don't think they would have put that out?
What?
The Super Bowl, the NFL would have put that out. That
no, because there were reports of that. We talked about that a minute ago, and like nothing surfaced from it. But Mustard actually talked about Drake too, because Big Boy wanted to know, how does he move forward? Let's take a listen to audio 1.
Man, with everything through the battle, the 5 Grammy nominations, and as you said, man, sweep, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I know you can't speak for him. What the hell does Drake do after all this?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I actually don't think about what he could do. I have no idea. I kind of try to stay aligned with just pure shit, like just being pure and being on the right side of things and not doing no tactics and gimmicks. I've learned to not the tactics, the things that you do just to get attention. You don't need to do that. Just make music, man, and make good music, and you'll be fine.
Hey, man.
So I don't know. I don't know what he do.
Now, there are some people who
were just like, I ain't got no damn owl on my shirt. Don't be asking me what this man need to do for strategy.
Right.
Well, a lot of people were saying that the Super Bowl performance was horrible. We already talked about that. But Nick Young sat down with Gilbert Arenas.
It's so stupid that somebody could say that.
Well,
horrible is a reach.
Nick Young had a whole different take. Let's just, take a listen to audio 5.
Number 1 in the rap game from overall, like the best ever.
All time.
The best ever.
Wow.
And I'm glad he's out of California. It was tough to say because I didn't like to put people over Tupac, but I think after that performance, Kendrick is like...
You put Kendrick over Tupac after the Super Bowl halftime.
So don't say it like that, but I'm saying Kendrick is the best.
Yeah, we subtly say
it how you want to say it. Say it how you introduce it. No, son.
So it happened.
So Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper ever.
It was an 80 point. It was an 81. That was 81 last night.
Sure.
Nothing controversial about what he said.
Nick always sound like he got
over Tupac. I wasn't here when Tupac was here, but so you over Tupac?
First of all, calm down, Miss Extreme, okay? Because that's what y'all like to do, jump to extremes. I'm saying that there's nothing controversial about what he said because Kendrick is absolutely in the conversation. Whatever conversation you want to have, whoever you want to debate him against, he's absolutely in the conversation. I don't care if it's Jay, Pac, Biggie, whoever you think is the greatest, Kendrick is in the conversation.
I'd be so surprised when everybody has these opinions because everybody can have their own opinion, right? Nick Young is not the top of the top when it comes to opinions. It's kind of like what that skit with Chappelle says. If something happened, like, what did Ja Rule think? It's like, that's everybody has an opinion. Nick Young might look at it one way, somebody else might look at it another
Kendrick
way.
is in the conversation.
He is definitely in the conversation.
There's no debate.
Absolutely,
That's why there's
without a
nothing
doubt.
controversial about what he said. If you're arguing about Kendrick Lamar being the greatest rapper of all time,
that's fine.
That is a fair conversation.
Absolutely,
he is 100% in the conversation.
Well, the conversation was had. Now the conversation went from that to Ken Thick, because that is what they're calling Kendrick now.
Ken Thick.
Ken Thick. Them Celine, I'm trying to tell you, them Celine jeans and every.
Look at him, he a little jealous now.
I know.
Look at him, he a little jealous now.
No,
I'm sure they
just
got
trying
your
to figure
size.
out where did that come from.
Uncle Thickums over there is a little jealous.
I know you saw him in them jeans.
Half them gay ass OVO fan pages doing that.
Oh,
they created
Baby,
that
I saw that headline on Essence. I seen it on some of the the L's. Like, I seen
that. Is Jess with the mess.
Ken Thick.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Lauren. Now, when we come back, we got front page news, and then Tamika Mallory will be joining us. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back in some front page news. What's up, Morgan?
Man, the aviation is going crazy. We don't know what's going on over here. We got an accident over here, accidents over there, accidents everywhere, and it's just a sad thing that's happening. Okay, so an unfortunate aviation accident happened yesterday in Scottsdale, Arizona this time. Officials say a collapsed landing gear is the apparent cause of a deadly plane crash in Scottsdale Airport near Phoenix. Now, one of the jets involved belonged to Motley Crue lead singer Vince Neil. Airport spokesperson Kelly Keister says the crash involved two business jets, and she believes the accident is the result of the equipment failure. Scottsdale Fire Department spokesperson Dave Folio says one person was killed in the crash, and he detailed the scene. Let's hear more from those officials.
At 14:39, a Learjet aircraft on its arrival from Austin veered off the runway and collided with another jet, a Gulfstream 200 aircraft that was parked. It appears that the left main gear failed upon landing, resulting in the accident.
We had 5 patients we treated. 1 was a fatality. We had 2 immediates that were transported to local trauma centers. We had 1 delayed patient and then 1 patient that refused treatment.
So Scottsdale, or TMZ reports rather, that the Motley Crue lead singer Vince Neil, he was not on the plane. However, his girlfriend was, and she is currently in the hospital with broken ribs, recovering. Scottsdale Airport is just a few minutes from where the PGA's Waste Management Phoenix Open was held over the weekend as well. So, you know, the calls are just too close. Switching gears back to D.C., senators are set to vote on the nomination of Kash Patel to be the FBI director. Now, Democrats were able to delay the nomination, citing his plan to shut down the agency's headquarters and reopen it as a museum of the, quote, deep state. Now, California Senator Alex Padilla, he's raised questions and concerns about Kash Patel's ability to lead the FBI independently from the president. You know, FBI is supposed to be independent from that of the president. Now, Padilla slammed Patel's opposition to universal background checks for guns and his support for civilian ownership of machine guns. Let's hear more from California Senator Alex Padilla.
In times of chaos and crisis like this, the public deserves to see trusted leaders in the most important positions. So it's in that context that makes the nomination and potential confirmation of Kash Patel even more alarming. That's the kind of judgment you want at the FBI? I don't think so.
So the Washington Post reported over the weekend that Patel was paid last year by a Russian film company that pushes both conspiracy theories and anti-Western views.
I mean, do you really want to confirm somebody who has an enemies list? Like, I don't know if y'all know, Kash Patel got an enemy list. He got a roster of more than 60 individuals accused of being a part of the deep state. Like, I don't think that's a person you want to put in, somebody who's just coming in with an enemies list.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, like you said, being able to actually work independent from the president, being able to actually work independent, and, you know, the whole point is justice. So, but this comes at the same time Tulsi Gabbard is a step closer to becoming the director of national intelligence. She cleared a majority hurdle on Monday night when the U.S. Senate voted along party lines to advance her nomination. The final vote to confirm her, the former Hawaii Congresswoman, is expected to be held later tonight or early on Wednesday. Elsewhere, the protester who was running around with the Palestinian and Sudanese flags during Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show, he will not face any charges. charges, no criminal charges anyways. New Orleans police said in a statement he was ejected from Caesars Superdome by security, but he was not arrested. The man was a part of the performance and apparently hid the flag under his clothing. Police say since he was allowed on the field, they did not press charges of trespassing. The NFL has already handed down a lifetime ban for all stadiums and events, so he can't attend a concert, he can't go to a game, golf or protest.
But he didn't sneak on the field, though, right?
He was a part of.
Yeah,
he was part of the performance.
He was a part of the performance and snuck the protesting materials under his clothes. So
he had to practice he had to practice everything with Kendrick for weeks.
So he went rogue. He went rogue, basically.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Speaking of the Super Bowl, 60 is we already looking forward to 60. Super Bowl 60 is coming to Northern California at Levi Stadium in the Bay Area. Now, San Francisco 49ers owner Jet York was in New Orleans to accept the hosting duties. This will be the second time the game will be at the venue in Santa Clara. The sporting event looks to bring a significant economic boost to the region. In 2016, the region saw a $240 million surge in sales tax revenue. And speaking of Manyan, you mentioned this to me a little bit off air, Envy. President Trump, he's directing the U.S. Treasury to stop minting new pennies. So Trump wrote in a post on Sunday night on Truth Social that the country has for far too long minted pennies, which he says literally cost us more than 2 cents. It does supposedly cost about a little bit over 3 cents to make 1 penny. So the U.S. Mint reported a loss of over $85 million for the 2024 fiscal year on over 3 billion pennies it produced. So
does Donald Trump like anything, Brown?
I literally was about to say that. That's so crazy.
But if the penny costs 3.7 to make,
I get
why
it.
are we still making the penny? It costs more than the penny's worth. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you're right about that. It's like, but then
that don't make no sense to me though, because that means that all of the coins probably cost more to make than
what
they do.
their worth is.
Well,
if the penny costs more, I'm sure the nickel and quarters cost more to make too.
I don't think so.
You think the nickel costs less than 5 cents?
If the penny costs 3.7, what does the nickel cost? What, 4.2 cents? I don't know.
What is it made out of? Like, what is it? What is a penny? Copper? What is it?
No, yeah, the penny is copper.
Oh, wow. Because they made out of different things. It depends on what
how much does it cost to make?
Yeah, you're right. Because the nickel costs 13.8 cents. So I guess you're right. So yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Dang, so all those people who have all those jars of change and all of that, I don't know. You might as well start.
That's why it don't make no sense. You phase out the penny. I was reading this article on CNN. You phase out the penny. It says you need to make more nickels. And the nickel costs more to make than the penny.
Pennies, yeah. It don't make sense.
Damn.
If it don't make sense, don't make the money then, huh? All right, so that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me on social at Morgan Media for more news coverage. Follow at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com. Y'all have an amazing day.
Peace, Morgan.
Thank you, Morgan.
Bye-bye, boo.
Now, when we come back, Tamika Mallory will be joining us. Her new book, I Live to Tell the Story, a memoir of love, legacy, and resilience. She'll be joining us next, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And we got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Her new book is out right now. I Live to Tell a Story, a memoir of love, legacy, and resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, Tamika Mallory, welcome back.
What's going on, family?
How you feeling?
It's good to see y'all. I'm good. I'm feeling excited.
Yeah?
Pumped up. Yeah.
Another
for
book?
Sure.
Today it came out today. I Live to Tell the Story.
Yeah.
Her memoir.
Yes. And thank you, my brother. Thank you. Because, Charlamagne and I, as a family, made some decisions about my book deal. I called him to say, hey, I don't know. Am I supposed to? It was during the summer. It was 2021. I don't know. Anyway. It was 2020, right? Because the book was released in 2021. So, I called him to be like, hey, they're offering me a lot of money, but there's a lot of people offering me different deals. What should I do? So he's like, well, I have a new imprint. And, if you want to be my first book, I'm down to do a deal with you. And I was like, I didn't even need to hear the rest of it. I just said yes. And I'm excited. I'm glad that I did. I had a lot of creative control here. I would text you and say, they're not listening to me. Tell them something, but it worked out. The whole team has put a lot of love and energy in both books, but this one right here is real special to me.
What's the difference in mindsets when it comes to a memoir? Because I live to tell the story as a memoir. State of Emergency wasn't a memoir. What's the difference between the two?
Yeah, State of Emergency was more so my theory of change for America. It was really a prescription for what I think we need to do as a country, and especially how people can be not just allies of ours, but really accomplices. Like, throw down with us, get yourself in trouble if you really stand with black people. But this book is a prescription for me. And hopefully what comes out of it is that somebody else will read the book and say, wow, I've had some of the same challenges, or I was thinking of going down the same path, but I see something different that I can do. And I know there's a lot of people out here, especially young girls, who need somebody to tell them that their mistakes are not the end of life, you know, because everybody's going to tell you, oh, you too fast, you too loud, you talk too much. That's the black girl experience. I'm sure, you know, we talk all the time. But I think what you now see is that people pay me to talk, right? So I went from being told that I needed to be quiet to people saying, hey, speak up, you know, and speak up for me. So I'm hoping that it translates in that way. And in fact, a lot of people got pre-copies and, you know, all the things that happens in the publishing world. And I've already been hearing from people. And I'm on my 3rd tour date, pre-release, now release. But the folks who are meeting me and saying, hey, you touched me in so many ways, just because you were honest about things we try to hide, that has been really powerful.
I was going to ask, why the memoir now? Some people will say it's still too early for a memoir. Some people will say, you know, a memoir is a period piece of time in your life. So why now?
Yeah, you know what? I'm at the, hopefully, like a little less than halfway point, right? About 50, you think you're kind of at the halfway point of life. I'm 44. Obviously, people saw that in me, that there was a story. And when I first sat and wrote an outline of what would be in the book, I didn't believe on page 1 that there was a story. I was like, this is whatever. But by the time we finished the outline and went over it together, I said, oh my God, like, this is a real powerful story. And I'm at the point in my life where I can actually walk with this book and tell the story for myself versus being elderly, you know, and kind of unable to even remember some of the things that happened. You know, but obviously a big part of this book is that I ended up going to rehab for the pill addiction, which we've talked about on this show before. And I think that marks a really important time that kind of like bookends the story. You know, from me starting as a little girl, I tell you all about that, because who knew, coming from the projects in Harlem, that I was going to end up on stages in front of millions of people, and that folks would be listening to me as a leader. No one ever instilled that. I mean, my parents may have told me that, but the world didn't say little black girl from the projects can become this. It just, you know, wasn't a thing. So that's a first part. But then there's challenges that come with influence and what some people consider to be celebrity, even though I don't really use that in reference to myself, but some people feel that way. There's challenges that come with all of that, and ending up in that place, that dark place of being in rehab, is something that I knew I had to tell, and I don't want it to be like mixed into an early story. I really wanted it to be like you and me, we on this journey together right now. When I said it here on the Breakfast Club, people started reaching out to me that you know, because you're in the world, so you understand. But there are a lot of people that you would think, whoa, a lot of people did what I did. Because when I first contacted Jason Williams, the NBA All-Star, you know, he is in the healing space after all the things we know he went through. When I first contacted him, I was kind of like, hey, my friend is going through something. What can you tell me? He let me do that for 3 calls. By the 3rd call, he was like, sis, I already know what it is. It's all good. Like, you need to get together, basically. And I started getting those calls, and some people who were real honest. And I said, oh, hold up. This is serious, because it wasn't people who look cracked out on the street. This was folk who have big jobs. They sitting in big positions, and they were like, I am so proud of you that you were brave to speak about it. And you know, I know somebody who might be also dealing. Pill addiction is real. You know what I mean? Pill addiction is real because it's silent. You don't smell it like alcohol. You don't see people looking like they're high, but they're taking pills to numb themselves, all different types of things. And when I started to see how many people have the same experience, I knew it was time for me to release this story.
You know, another part of the book that I love is when you talk about, you know, what happened with the Women's March. And, you know, not just what happened with you. I wonder if people are going to read that, especially women that were involved, and say, man, she wasn't just ringing the alarm for herself. She was ringing the alarm for how they're trying to break us up.
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
such an amazing movement.
Yeah,
that,
it was.
You know, I feel like they broke up rather fast.
Yeah,
was that a hard chapter to write?
Yeah, well, the Women's March part is really difficult for me even to talk about, just because, first of all, it still exists and there are people there who were a part of breaking up the Women's March, right? So yeah, it's hard to write about that. Our experience there is something that, yes, it was amazing, incredible. I'm glad I did it. Even knowing what I know, I would do it again, because we made history that can't be taken away from us.
Or duplicated.
And it has
no
not
disrespect,
been.
I didn't know it was still around.
It is. It does exist. I mean, they actually just had something that was, you know, good. You know, I'm glad that they're continuing our work, because we certainly were the trailblazers. We started it. The list that is, you know, that they use, the social media, all of that, we created that. Those are people who started following us. And it's not about just replacing individuals. It's also, in my judgment, about the people who were there were ordained, if you will, to be there, right? Like, it was the place that God put us, and it was for a reason. And so there's a history that exists that at times it can be painful to have to relive, and then also to kind of see people act like they were the first ones at the gate. You know what I mean? And so, but at the same time, I will say that I know there are some incredible women that are in the Women's March today, Black women who've taken over the space, and they're making sure that the Women's March continues to be welcoming to Black women. And so, you know, I'm happy to see that work continue.
All right, we have more with Tamika, Mallory. When we come back, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is hanging out with us today. And we're still kicking it with Tamika Mallory. Her new book, I Live to Tell a Story, is out today. Lauren?
So I know the Target conversation comes up when I think about this, right? Yeah. And you were pushing the boycott Target when the DEI stuff happened, and then Tabitha Brown, there's people saying don't boycott Target, support the Black brands so that they don't erase the Black brands out of there. I know you get pushback for your take, but I know you also listen to it as well to try and figure out how to move forward. Right. What's the answer to all of that? Right. Because you're strongly on one side, you got other people on the other side. Like, is there ever really an answer to that? Like, what do we really do?
Well, first of all, people are going to do whatever they're going to do. So let's just be clear about that. We're never going to be in a situation where 100% of anybody, of any group, says we're all going to do the same thing. And I also want to say publicly that I love and appreciate Tabitha Brown, right? This is a sister that I watch all the time. You know, I see people in my comment section like, oh, Tabitha ain't going to like, we're not doing that, right? Like, I'm supportive of her. I've purchased products from her offline. I support her. Love the sister. And it's not just her. There's a bunch of thank you.
Target as well.
Absolutely. Lip Bar, who I just learned of.
Rucker Roots, Sellers.
Yeah. So it's so many people. I want to get in trouble for that. So all of these businesses are important, and I think that we do need to support them. Your presence is also a part of your boycott, right? It's also a part of your protest, if you will. That when you walk through the door of a business, a building, anywhere you go, if people see your face, that also is a sign of support. So a part of our withdrawal is that we shouldn't even be showing up in spaces where people are saying they don't want, and I am very careful not to continuously say DEI, because that takes away the power of the meaning. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are what we're talking about. And so if somebody says, I've decided that I'm rolling back the diversity, equity, and inclusion, what are we talking about? There's no reason for me to even give you my money. I don't see a reason to shop in your stores and to be a consumer that helps you to raise your bottom line.
I guess people will question it like, how do you decide which business to start, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you could say Target, but like you said, Walmart. People still get their packages on Amazon. Right. People are still on Facebook all day long. They're still on Instagram all day. So I guess people will say, like, how do you pick and choose which way to go?
So I have a perfect answer for you for that. Mm-hmm. It comes from the people. It comes from the bottom up. You have to be able to listen to people. So I'll give you an example. In my comment section, there are black women in there who are saying Target hit different. It feels different to them, right? People say, what about Meta? Well, when I open my phone for Meta, I don't see my bank account dwindling. It just doesn't resonate the same way. It's not to say Meta is not problematic, but people do not see the bottom line of their bank account impacted by their getting on social media. I think we need to use Target as a starting point. As has been said, Nina Turner, let's give her the honorable Nina Turner. Hopefully she'll be up here soon. Her and, of course, Jamal Bryant has the Target fast. These two individuals are looking at where we are and how do we start. And now we can take that and say, oh, and just so you know, because I just saw Disney World, I think yesterday, they announced that they're rolling back their DEI practices. So now what do we do about that? We can continue to move people. And you're also talking about folks who've never, ever boycotted anything. They've been the best consumers. You are now having to retrain people's minds to know that you're not going to die if you don't go to Target. There's other places that have your makeup wipe removers or your dog food. You know what I'm saying?
I think what you said about the confusion part is very true, right? Because even when it comes to things like Nike, yeah, okay, Kyrie Irving, is no longer with Nike, but then they have people like LeBron James.
Of course
they have people like Colin Kaepernick, right?
Asia Wilson too.
Yeah, people like Asia Wilson.
Yeah,
The reason I'm talking about LeBron and Colin in particular is because they do different levels of activism. So people feel like they still want to support that. Or, even with the Target thing, yes, if there's a grassroots movement and people are saying, hey, I want to boycott Target, cool. But what about when they look at this whole other list and they will continue to ask that question. They'll continue to say, well, you're still using Amazon. You're still going to Walmart. You're still on Meta.
Yeah, but I'll say this. If you boycott your shoes, your shirt, your pants, your t-shirt, your underwear, all at the same time, you walk around naked. People not going to do that. That's not realistic. And I don't think that we should set unrealistic goals for ourselves and our movement. It's already hard enough to get people just to let the algorithm or for the algorithm to push the message that there is even a Target fast or a Target boycott. That's like not easy to do. You actually got to hit the streets, knock on doors, and talk to people directly, which we are beginning to do. So I just want to say for people who are listening, who keep calling me, telling me, well, did you talk to this person and that person? Because they still have a program and they still are committed to some of these things. The question that I have for you is, when is Target going to come out and talk about it?
Yeah, I never understood why any of those corporations announced any of this publicly, to be honest with you.
Right. You could have changed it and we wouldn't have even known.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, they haven't done it. Well, that's the reason why they publicly said it, is because they want to be down with the good old boys.
And a lot of it is
they want to be in the oligarchy, huh?
A lot of it is investors, too. Like with Disney, what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Their investors
Government
are on
contracts.
them.
Asking them. Right.
Asking them to do it. So.
And so you bring up a really powerful point. Their investors want them to change their programs. They want them to stop the initiative DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. That means people who spend money with them have made a decision they don't want something. So why is it that black folks don't have the same mindset that we're investors as well? We're investors, and in fact, we have the right to be offended. And we have the right to say, you know what, Target, don't even worry about John them. We're going to get you first. And you run to these meetings and these golf tournaments and all of that and tell people when they ask you, oh, Billy Bob, how's your numbers? We having some problems. Black people ain't feeling us right now. I don't know if I made the right decision. That's the goal. And yes, I know, Charlamagne, you're right. People are going to say, why not this one and that one? You should do that. I don't wear a bunch of stuff. I don't shop in a bunch of places. I haven't been in Walmart in years. That's what I'm doing. You should do that. Anybody who feels like, and nobody stops anybody from saying, I'm now leading. I think you should lead the Walmart, Amazon, and Meta boycott. Since you keep asking,
I'm not.
You should. Since you keep asking, why?
Because I know I'm not getting off Meta.
Okay, well, that's fine.
But let me ask you.
Well, we're supposed to be on fan base.
And I kind of believe it. And see, that's the other thing, right?
We're supposed to be on fan base.
And I was going to say that too. Like, somebody, I'm not going to say who, but I was arguing with somebody Friday, right?
Okay.
You was on a 3-way with him, right?
Oh. Every day. Why we can't say who it is?
Well, it was Roland.
It's
And
Roland.
me and Roland was arguing, and Roland was saying, "Well, I gotta be able to get my messaging out. That's why
Right.
I'm staying on Meta." And I was like, "Well, we could organize a mass exodus from these
But
social
he
media
is
platforms
on.
and
But
all
he
of the
is.
fan base."
But you can't. You have to say that. And I'm an investor. You're an investor in fan base. We have to say that Roland has been one of the most consistent voices supporting Isaac and Isaac Hayes and trying to get people to go to fan base. And every time I open the app, there goes Roland. His face is there, so he is doing it. But you know what? It's okay. Guess what? They use us all the time. So why all of a sudden do we have to be the purist that if we gonna boycott one thing, we got to do everything? You know what? It's 1 million people on my page on Instagram, and people get the message. I have thousands of people that's on there talking. So you know what? I'm gonna use your platform to boycott your homeboy. That's what I'm gonna do for now. You shut me down, then I'll go somewhere else.
This shit felt as loud as it did like during the pandemic when it was like the push of like black businesses or whatever. I felt like it was so loud and like everybody was passing around these lists or whatever. I don't think that it's like that.
All right, we got more with Tamika Mallory when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren Roques is hanging with us as well. We're still kicking it with Tamika Mallory. Her book, I Live to Tell a Story, is out right now. Now, on Friday, we had 19 Keys here, and I looked through the comments, and I guess he said something you didn't like. What sparked the nerve, A? And B, you talked about Stokely and King and how two different people look at things two different ways, and they said that, you know, when they had their differences, they were able to speak behind the scenes and then come out in public and still fight for the same fight. So one, what sparked the nerve? And two, how come y'all haven't talked behind the scenes and had that conversation where it doesn't look like you guys are going at each other?
So to be clear, number one, I have talked to 19 Keys, and that's my brother. And he and I do disagree on different things. But I was mad at him. My comment in the...
Charlamagne.
Yes.
Okay.
At Charlamagne. My comment in the... on your page, on the Breakfast Club page, wasn't so much about 19 Keys, although I still think it's important for us to lift up the work of our institutions because we know what they have done and how important they have been. And again, the reason why we had Black Wall Streets and the Rosewoods and other places that were burned down by the government and white vigilantes is because Black institutions exist and existed at that time, and people that came out of those traditions worked to create, sustain these types of economic chambers, if you will, like a Black Wall Street. So that's important. I'm a defender of Black institutions because I come out of one, and I know the power of what they've been able to do. I know that when people's lights are turned off, sometimes the only place you could go to is to a Black church or to the National Action Network. Those are real things happening every day. We got theories and ideas and things that probably will and can work if we all work together, but we also have people who need food right now. They need to be able to go somewhere and say, hey, the landlord's trying to kick me out. Will you come and show up over here and fight this white man or this whoever man that's trying to put me out? And those Black institutions do that work every single day. So I'm always very protective about that. But the person that I'm really talking about when I say I was pissed off is this one right here. And the reason why is because Charlamagne asked several questions, which I think is what about ism? What about Amazon? What about this place? What about that place? After I had already told him in the text message 3 days before that why I don't believe that it's a good strategy to try to boycott everything at once. And he didn't say what I said as a response. So what he did was basically leave people with an open freaking answer, an open question to something that I already told you. Even if you don't agree, I'm not saying you gotta agree, but you can at least say, but you know what, I did speak to Tamika Mallory and she said XYZ thing. And he is now saying he didn't know about Nina and them. I did not know that. So maybe I'm not as upset with you as I was about that. But I feel like it's too serious of a time for us to have conversations that just leave people confused when there are answers. So to me, it would have been better to have Nina or Jamal, didn't know, cool, or me, call in on the phone and talk about the boycott and get those points straight and have the discussion rather than have people walk away like, yeah, man, come on, they playing themselves. They not trying to get off Meta. They not trying to do, when we actually have an answer for why Target is the first place that we're deciding to Target, pun intended.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't trying to make it specific about any one person because there was so many people talking about boycotting.
Yeah. Well, that's your answer. You just said it. The reason why Target is the target is because so many people are ready to boycott Target. That's the answer. That's why. That's why.
No, we've had this conversation. We've had this conversation. I get it. I'm not
completely separate. I guess it's not separate from all of this. Because I'm sitting here listening to you talk, and then I know in the book you talk about a lot of personal stuff, and I'm like, when do you take time to deal with your own personal stuff? Because so I really asked you that because you deal with some heavy stuff in the book. Like I know for the first time you talked about the trauma you went through as a child with sexual abuse as a child.
Yeah.
For the first time ever. And I'm like, I wonder what made her decide to put that out there. Because she got all these people coming at her about everything else. You've been connected, like it's just the Women's March stuff, and like there's been a lot, and then you put that out there, and I'm sure you had to deal with that again when putting it in the book.
Well, here's the answer. I lived to tell the story.
That's right.
I went through all of that, and I'm still here, and I'm sure some of it was meant to take me out, right? But look at me. And so, yeah, taking care of myself looked like writing it down. And my parents are reading my book right now. Well, they're finished now. I gave it to them 2 weeks early when I first received the book, and it was hard to put that book in their hands. I had already told them, Mom and Dad, and my sister, who thinks she's my mother, but she kind of is. The three of them, I got them on a phone call because I wrote a particular chapter, and when I finished, I cried so hard, not because of what was in the chapter. It was some shame, but it was also because I was like, I cannot turn this in. I cannot let my parents have to relive this. And it was about a time when I almost was by several guys because I went somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. And knowing that I tell that story, which is hard enough, I think, for my father to deal with. But for me to say that I left that apartment and went straight home and that he was sitting in the house and I didn't even tell him what happened, I broke down so bad. I was like, oh my God, I cannot put this in this book. But then, so when I put the book in their hands, I was like, oh my God, just don't read it. Just put it up as art. Like, don't read it. And sure enough, came home one day and my sister was like, I need to talk to you. This book is a lot. She was like, I'm going through something. Our parents are suffering with what's in here that my father said to her. And he hasn't said anything to me.
To this day?
To this day. My mother done told me off about 2 things because that's what she do. That's my girl. My sister was like, I don't know if you should have told these stories. But my father has not said one word. I mean, he speaks to me every day. That's my dad. That's my guy. He's my publicist. He went and picked up the banners for the tour. Like, that's my guy. But he hasn't said anything about how he feels. However, he told my sister that it was real hard for him to get through reading that some of this was happening and he couldn't do anything about it. So this book is tough.
Well, pick up the book.
I live to tell the story. Where we at tonight?
So tonight we are going. First of all, are we telling people that? Because if they show up, they can't get in.
Never mind then.
It's a private event,
well,
but
February
Charlamagne
13th.
is having a party for me. But on Thursday, they can join me at the New York Public Library on the 13th. Thursday, I'll be there in conversation with our public advocate, Jumaane Williams. I need to have him up here again soon because he's got a lot to say, especially about the mayor, but that's another thing.
What time is that?
And that's at 6 o'clock on Thursday the 13th. And also the moderator of that conversation is going to be the executive director of editorial at Ebony Magazine. So it's actually going to be really dope. A lot of people have signed up. It's at the New York Public Library on 5th Avenue. And if you go to TamikaDMallory.com/tour, TamikaDMallory.com/tour, you can see where I am all over the country and then make sure that they participate in what we got going on with I Live to Tell a Story.
Out right now in bookstores everywhere. Go get you a copy.
All right. Well, it's the Breakfast Club. It's Tamika Mallory. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shifter.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Cardi B uncle was deported.
According to Cardi B, yes. Cardi B got online and talked about her experience at the Super Bowl and then talked about her uncle. Let's take a listen.
I'm mad today because, Donald Trump and he was at the Super Bowl and they was giving us a hard time. Oh my gosh, the Secret Service was not playing in that stadium. They stopped all the little carts and because Trump was there. Now I like him lesser. Because you ain't have to go up to no damn Super Bowl. Up my shoe. Now I don't really like him. Now he's gonna have to bring my grandma uncle to come back because my uncle got deported.
Now she playing those things. You know how Cardi be trolling. She be playing sometimes.
I don't know, because after that she went into talking about periods and how you stop them for Valentine's Day. So I don't know how concerned she is about her uncle. I don't know how concerned she is about her uncle.
That's good advice. How do you stop a period for Valentine's Day?
She said you got to PayPal her $500 before she tell you because she tired of helping us bees for free.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
She be helping us?
That's what she said.
But y'all got periods. How do y'all stop them? You can't?
I've never
you don't
tried
like
to
what?
stop it.
If that was really a thing, nobody would have a period. I'm
Okay.
telling you can't stop no period.
Some people stop it with birth
the
control.
old thing where you get down. Yeah, but
But
that's
not
also
like-
not healthy for you.
Yeah,
That-
I mean,
birth control was not healthy at all.
I just
for you,
let
by the
mine
way.
just do what it need to do.
But yeah, so do I. But it used to be a thing where you could sit in the tub and the bleeding will stop for just for
oh
a
yeah,
minute.
they tell you when you hit the water.
And then
sometimes.
it'll stop, but then it come right back.
Well, just
People
know,
used to
my
do that to
brothers,
have sex.
whoever you with on Valentine's Day, a period don't stop nothing but a sentence.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's plenty of people that run red lights.
You can lay a towel down if you need
You
something.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's right. It adds to the decor. That's why Valentine's Day is red.
Hey, yo, no, actually, that's not why it's red.
It's crazy.
Stupid. Y'all know Valentine's Day. Y'all know the meaning, the real meaning behind Valentine's Day. But anyway, because we ain't gonna get into that.
What is it?
The big massacre. Hella people was killed, so it actually does stand for blood. Actually,
Is that real?
yeah. Valentine's
no
Day is not
idea.
about love. That's just what black people be doing.
Glad I'm not celebrating. Okay.
That's your
Not
excuse.
glad. You're definitely not
That's your
glad
excuse.
to not be celebrating Valentine's Day.
Okay.
50 Cent.
Let's play along.
okay.
Let's play along, y'all. Everybody play along.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, 50 Cent what, girl? 'Cause
Oh,
you know
thank
that-
you. I saw what you did there.
Yeah.
50 Cent, Big Meech, the back and forth. Big Meech has finally addressed the snitch allegations. Let's take a listen to Big Meech. Audio.
I
tape.
wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family to come out to the Amaran Arena February 13th.
Yes, so it wasn't much that he said, but he did. But he said something finally. So then y'all know 50. 50 hops online and he responds. Let's take a listen.
Not trying to let nobody trick me off the street.
You trick Cuff off the street, nigga.
I never folded, never told.
You
never
told
will.
Tammy to tell, bitch.
Before the sun, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family.
Y'all gonna be disappointed when Lil Baby don't show up? When Skilla don't show up, when Vizzo don't show up, and all these motherfuckers don't show up?
I wasn't going to address this.
Man, this reading drops, man. Look at you reading this.
But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the sun, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amaran Arena.
He can't even go. You want house arrest, he can't even go.
Now,
50's different.
yeah, and so what 50 is talking about as far as like Little Baby and different people not showing up. So the Welcome Home concert that Big Meech is having, there have been reports that some artists are pulling out because of all this back and forth and the allegations, but nothing confirmed yet. But yeah, so the back and forth still continues. 50 is still posting as we speak right now. And then in other news, this is a hard left turn. There's a new Diddy lawsuit, and this time he is being sued for oral rape.
What?
Yes.
You can rape somebody orally?
Shut up, man.
So
What's your problem?
Like, yo, you can't just like.
Can we hear the story?
Anyway,
What was you saying?
you can't put what?
Wait, do
you
it.
just can't put a nigga in a headlock. Like you can't put you. You can get out of. No, my God.
It might have been the other way though.
Can we hear the story?
Please, just go ahead. I just can't imagine.
According to this new lawsuit, this was filed by Attorney Busby. Diddy had a one-night stand with a street performer, and this guy is saying he's alleging that he was raped. So he says that he met, it's a John Doe, he says that he met Diddy, and then after he met Diddy, Diddy orally raped him and sexually assaulted him anally after spiking his drink. In the lawsuit, he claims that he was singing and playing guitar on the street outside of a popular LA club in November of 2022. And he says a man claiming to be like a talent scout for Puff came up to him and invited him to one of the parties that Puff was having.
He must have been killing that guitar. He must have had a crowd going crazy outside.
So the John Doe claims that he was then driven to a private home where Puff invited him to sit down, have a drink, talk about music and his aspirations in music. And he says that the conversation progressed as he complimented Diddy's necklace that he had on. And then Diddy was like, oh, you want to see some more of my jewelry collection?
Jesus.
So the guy was like...
Yo, go ahead.
That ain't funny, man.
So the guy was like, then Diddy took him to a private room, and the John Doe says that all of a sudden he started feeling drowsy, off balance, and slightly like euphoric. And he said that all this happened only after one drink. But he says that the room didn't have any jewelry in it, and Diddy bluntly asked him, have you ever S the D? Yes, S the D before. And
have you ever eaten a Snickers? Yes.
We're nuts. And then he claims that Diddy, he told Diddy no. He answered the question. He told Diddy no. And then Diddy responded, well, you should try it. And then Diddy exposed himself after that. And then he says that
ain't a yes or no question.
So he just said no? Like he just was like, no, I haven't. No. And then, so you should try one.
That's what I'm saying, Jeff. That's not a yes or no answer.
Nah, like,
how do you answer that, Charlamagne? Tell us.
Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Run.
But why it started with the compliment of the necklace. Like, why you doing that? Like, why you, I like your necklace. Like, why you doing that? You don't supposed to do that.
I got some more jewels for you to see.
Yeah, like, you don't supposed to be doing that.
You want to see this charm?
Well, the guy claims that Puff then forced him to have oral sex. And he said that he was grabbing the guy's face and forcefully, I'm all biting stuff.
Okay, so
damn, man.
You ain't gonna force me. He was performing the oral fellatio on Puff.
Allegedly, yeah. He said that Puff forced him to do that. He grabbed his head and forced him to do that. Now, what just happened over here?
Me went crazy.
No.
Thinking about past times.
I did not know.
Thinking about how you used to get those mixtapes.
I heard
back in the
biting,
day.
and I heard you talking about bad boy.
Then he goes, I'm biting.
I see you gonna force me. Sorry.
Well, I want to say that, Puff's team, Diddy's attorney, is saying that, as they've said before, they can't respond to every lawsuit and every publicity stunt. But, they have full confidence in the facts and integrity that will come out in the judicial process. So they're denying this. And they say the truth will prevail.
Yo, whoever writing these stories about the
John
men.
Doe.
He's a John Doe. But whoever writing these stories about the men be writing some very entertaining stories.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if these things have really happened to you. But these could be on Tubi.
Yeah,
all right.
But how do you find? How do you see what's true or not? Like, 'cause anybody can make an allegation. It's just your word versus Diddy's word.
There's a lot of people, though.
They was in a restaurant drinking?
No, he was outside of a venue, and then he went back to the crib where Diddy was having a party.
And then where was the drink taken at?
The drink was, I guess, at the house, at the party.
So somebody else had to be at the party and see the guy with the guitar.
I was about to say, there
right?
has to be witnesses, because the guy also said he was raped from behind, and then when he woke up the next morning...
Shut up, man.
When he woke up the next morning, he was given an IV, so whoever gave him the IV would know.
But that's what I'm saying. How do you know you was raped from behind if you was knocked out?
I'm sure...
He says that there was pain, and we got it.
But that don't
Let's
mean
wrap up.
He was raped from behind. It could have been.
I don't like how y'all be laughing at male rape. Yeah, y'all don't take it serious.
Male rape.
Y'all,
I just found out oral rape was a thing. I wasn't laughing. I was confused. I'm like, how do you do that?
Just how do you know if you were raped from behind?
I mean, like, if you was knocked out, you could have been on your back, legs open.
Loose booty. Like, there's a way to know that.
But that's from the top, not behind.
Y'all, this man claims he woke up in pain. He suffered mental anguish, emotional torment, humiliation.
Well, what happened
shame.
to the guitar?
The guitar.
Oh my God.
We gotta wrap it up.
Where's the guitar, man?
It was wrapped up like this segment. Let's
Damn.
I hate this place. All right. Thank you for Jess With The Mess.
That was street meat. You just took it off the street and took it off. God, but people are crazy.
No, they be telling you don't eat street meat.
All right. Charlamagne, who you giving your donkey to, man?
4 after the hour, we need a 29-year-old Florida man named Jonathan Davis to come to the front of the congregation. We would like to have a word with him, please.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold.
Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day, and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne around.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
Man, Sexy Red Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, February 11th goes to a 29-year-old Florida man named Jonathan Davis. Let me tell you something, man. The world is a strange place. Because I don't know if it's people's behavior that we should be concerned about or the context of their behavior. Let me explain. Jonathan Davis was arrested after he was observed barking like a dog in a Georgia auto parts store. That's right, for more than an hour. Okay, this is what happens when you ask somebody where my dog's at. All right, don't ask that question if you don't want an answer. According to an incident report, the owner of an advanced auto parts store called to complain that Jonathan had been in the store and had been barking like a dog for an hour. Okay, Jonathan told police officers that he had no idea his barking was causing any issues. Now, let's discuss this for a second. First of all, why did it take an hour? A whole hour went by and a grown-ass man, 29-year-old man, is walking around the store barking like a dog and nobody says anything? 1 hour? 60 minutes, 3,600 seconds of non-stop barking and nobody says anything? And at what point do you, who is not barking, realize something is wrong? Okay? I'm not playing with people in 2025. If I'm out somewhere and someone starts randomly barking, that person and I will not be sharing space for 3,600 seconds. A whole hour? I am calling the proper authorities immediately. I don't know if it's the police or animal control, but somebody is getting called now. This is where I'm also torn. Okay? I've watched a human bark for an hour. NB, you have too. Okay? I've been around a human who randomly barks. NB, you have too. That human went by the name of Earl Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
A.K.A. DMX. Now you can drop on a clue bomb for DMX. Rest in peace to the dog. Now listen to me. I used the word human to describe DMX, but DMX was a spirit. He was a spiritual being living a human existence. And this is what I mean when I say I don't know if it's people's behavior or the context of their behavior. Because in context, a person barking isn't concerning if we know why they're barking. We knew why DMX was barking, okay? He was the dog. I never met a person like DMX in my life, a one-on-one. The reality is he may not have been from this planet. He may have been dropped off here by extraterrestrials. So to see another human randomly barking in an advanced auto parts store, the first thing I'm going to do, honestly, is think the person is related to DMX. You got to be from the same place as DMX to be acting like that. And I'm not talking about Yonkers, okay? I'm talking about whatever planet X came from. Actually, I want to give the folks in Advanced Auto Parts, I want to give them a little grace. If I heard someone barking, I would think they was imitating DMX. We all did it at one point in our lives. I would think he was just doing his own remix of Rough Riders Anthem or something, okay? Now, when they asked Jonathan where his ID was, he said in his car. When they went to search his car, they found a clear baggie containing syringes in the passenger seat, and a search revealed a bag full of a clear crystal substance that was later confirmed to be that cotton candy, okay, that white Frosted cookies, commonly known as meth. Navis also told police officers that the syringes contained blood. It's Florida, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why people are just walking around with syringes of blood, but he was. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. Navis was arrested and remains in the Monroe County Detention Center with a $5,000 bond. No word on if he's still barking. Please give Jonathan Navis the sweet sounds of the Hamiltones.
You are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day.
If you're sitting around confused about that story, just understand it's Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Don't try to rationalize it. It's Florida.
What's his name?
Jonathan Navis.
Jonathan Navis. But tell the truth though, if you somewhere for an hour and somebody just walking around barking, you gonna say something?
I would have left already.
Okay.
Unless
I'm not
it's
ready
DMX.
to say nothing to right.
Or one of DMX kids.
Right.
I have no business in a store with a person barking for an hour.
I might bark back just for
come on.
Ish.
And then you're going to bite it, right?
No.
Then you're going to bite it.
Because if you already walking around barking, you not wrapped too tight. Son, you could be capable of anything. You can do anything. You can have anything in your pocket. Somebody say something, you stab them up. Anything. So let him go ahead and have that establishment.
But that's my point. Why wait for an hour to call the police? If I'm advanced, I'm calling immediately. That wasn't suspicious to you after the first 30 seconds? The first minute? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day. Now, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. This is something that Stephen A. Smith and Charlamagne actually said yesterday.
What we said?
We were talking about Serena Williams dancing at Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance. Stephen A. Smith said he would divorce Serena Williams for that
I ain't
cameo.
say that now.
No, you didn't say that part, but he said he would divorce his wife because he says these are signs that say that you're not over your ex. Why would you have to be in that song going at your ex? Now, you said something.
I said something similar. What I said was, why would she be on stage crip walking about her ex that she dated 10 plus years ago, and you were married
2011,
with kids? I said if I was her husband, I would have gave her a little pinch or something. Like,
Right.
Why do you need to go do that?
Right.
So I ain't say all that divorce.
That
and
white
all
man
that.
better not pinch her.
That is true,
not
especially during
touch
Black History Month.
Hey, Eddie. 800-585-1051. The question is, do you agree with Stephen A. Smith that these are signs that you are not over your ex? And if you were married, would you be upset? Let's open up the phone lines and discuss again. 800-585-1051. We'll play the audio when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Made it.
If y'all talking about it, you know we talking about it. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're talking about something that Stephen A. Smith said about Serena Williams crip walking at Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. This is what he said.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me?
So we're taking your calls, 800-585-1051. Now, Jess, you feel what, Jess?
I feel like she was all right. I mean, I don't feel like I disagree with it at all. I feel like it is what it is. She was a part of the whole situation. She wanted to do it. She from L.A. It was a shot at Drake. Whatever. Drag your Kendrick and Serena. Whoever is a part of it, too. Drag them.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't mind you dragging your but not taking a shot at your ex like you still have feelings or something that he says still bothers you. Do it to any other song. Squabble Up. Do it to TV Off. Do it to...
But...
Oh, it's gonna be all right. Do it before the show, after the show. But the song where he talks about
gonna be all right is insane.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, just dumb.
But just don't do it to that song where it feels like it bothers you.
But the thing is, Drake came at him too. Drake came at her husband. So why not go crip walk on his head? You know what I mean?
Like, he said her husband is a groupie. But Serena already got her look back. Serena got her look back at the ESPY. She did the same thing. She threw a little shot at Drake, and then she did her crip walk to Not Like Us. So I mean, I guess just to do it again is
maybe she did it for the people in the back, because I didn't know she did that at the ESPYs. ESPYs are a little boring to me, so I didn't watch it. But to see her do that there, I was up, that was cool for me.
I just felt like Kendrick gave Drake way too much. That's all.
I heard that you said that. Yeah. I don't think so. I think it's Drake getting season. Sometimes you got to pop out and show them.
Okay.
So.
Hello, who's this?
T.
Hey, T. What's your thoughts?
Okay, so my thoughts on the Serena at the Super Bowl, I don't feel that she was doing it against Drake. When she won the championship in Wimbledon, she did the crip walk and they told her she was ghetto. So I felt she was doing it.
Yeah, it was something like that. They criticized her, said she was ghetto.
Against her.
Okay.
It could have had a double meaning, but once again, y'all, we're not gonna sit here and act like he said on the song, you better not speak on Serena. We know she's from Compton. She did the same thing at the ESPYs. Like, come on, cut it out, y'all.
Thank you, Mama.
Oh yeah.
Hello, who's this? I thought she was done.
Like, we know why it was done. Like, we trying to find all these deeper meanings. We know why it was done, y'all.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Good morning, Mama. What's your thoughts?
I feel like this. Like, if it was a regular dude, then it'd be like, I can't cuss. I'd be like, hold up, like, what you doing? You still, feeling for this dude or whatever? But, like, be serious. It's Serena Williams. We all know it's for entertainment. And, he know what he signed up for, messing with her.
Okay.
I don't think it was disrespectful in a way, just because it's her. Like I said, it was a regular average chick. You like, you still in love with him or something?
Yeah, I'm just like, cool. You speak on me and my husband. Yeah, any opportunity I get to crip walk on your head, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay.
Thank you, Mama. Now, why did she go with that? Why did Drake go at her husband?
I don't know.
Because he wanted to take a picture with her, something like that. I think I seen.
Serena's husband wanted to take a picture with Drake.
Yeah, you still Drake, and so Drake put, he could have been a longtime fan. He just ended up with the girl, But it is what it is. Some people be in their feelings behind girls, y'all.
Okay. Hello, who's this?
What's happening? It's Colombo from Ohio.
What's up, brother? What's your thoughts, brother?
My thoughts are Drake shouldn't have been a little beach, and Serena wouldn't have been dancing on his grave. That was kind of funny. I didn't even think it was Serena. My Mama Sita said, "That's Serena." I said, "No, it ain't. That's just some dancer chick."
Whole time, see, she looked good. She looked real good on Sunday.
Yeah, buddy. And I ain't even a Serena fan. I'm more of a Venus I'm more of a Venus lady or man. But she looked good, and if he would have handled his business, she would have never danced on his grave at the Super Bowl in front of the whole nation.
Not his grave, yeah.
Okay, thank you. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is Serena Williams can do whatever she wants.
Absolutely.
And if her husband ain't got a problem with it, I don't give a damn. I'm just asking. We're hypothetically having a conversation. And the hypothetical conversation is, to me, is just a level of pettiness that, she don't need to be partaking in. That's all. She married with a couple of kids. Go out there and dance during Squabble Up or something. But like in a way, it's like, yo, why are you still antagonizing this dude?
Right.
Your ex. Like, who cares?
So let me ask you a question. So who does Chris Brown have beef with? Anybody? Any artist we can remember?
I don't know. And I also want to say one more thing.
Would you dance on that person's thing?
Didn't he have beef with Drake too before? Like a little brief situation?
Oh, yeah. So if Drake was performing, call Jess.
Quavo.
All right. If Quavo performing and say, yo, Jess, I need you to come in and crip walk on this song where I'm going at Chris. Would you do it?
No.
Why not?
Because, first of all, that's my ex. And then we're really, really good friends. I would never betray like my friend for Quavo. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm not. What was that question for?
I don't know.
I don't even know what the hell you just asked. That was so dumb.
I don't know.
Listen, also too, when Serena Williams crypt walked in 2012, after she beat who she beat, Shara, whatever her name is.
Yeah, guess it in there.
In London, that was hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
she crypt walked there.
Yes.
Okay.
So Serena's always had a level of freedom that she's always expressed. Period. And that's why we love Serena Williams.
All right. Well, we got Jess With The Mess coming up.
Especially excelling in a sport where black people, especially black women, don't normally excel in. You know? She's always been her true, authentic self. Whether it's wearing the black catsuit, whether it's wearing her hair the way she want to wear it, whether it's crip walking, like she's always had a level of freedom.
Period. And she earned it. Hello.
She did.
Yeah.
We got Jess With The Mess coming up.
Yeah, your homegirl, Nancy Mace. Remember from the House of Representatives, the military man.
The white lady from South Carolina.
Yes, she's accusing her husband of sexual assault.
Her husband?
Yes, her husband.
Her ex-fiance.
Her ex-fiance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess With The Mess.
I ain't never. News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shifter.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Lawrence will break down the story about Charlamagne homegirl, Nancy Mace, the military school lady man. The military man school lady.
What is you talking about?
Because she's
the first woman to
lady.
graduate from an all-male military school called the Citadel in South Carolina.
There we go. So that's why I call her the military man school lady.
Yes. I see what you did there. So Nancy Mace, she took the floor, she took the floor of the House of Representatives on Monday night, and she used it as an opportunity to let some people know some things that have been going on in her life that she says police are not helping her with. Let's take a listen.
I found some photos of what appeared to be a teenager undressed in the kind of underwear a child would wear. To me, the facial expression of this young woman, young girl, teenager, looked scared and nervous. I saw another video of another woman who was undressed, clearly on a camera, unaware she was being filmed. She was slender and she had long brown hair. I turned up the volume to hear if there was audio. I heard my voice. I zoomed in on the video, and that woman was me. My entire body was paralyzed, and I couldn't move. Were my feet on the floor? Was I breathing? I have no idea. I could feel pain shooting out of my heart, out of my chest, drop straight down to the floor like I was in a nosedive. The pain running through my veins wouldn't stop. Time was suspended for a moment. This monster stole my body.
Damn,
yeah, and it was she went on for about an hour. And first of all, this is crazy, right? Like, imagine she says she's engaged to this guy. His name is Patrick Bryant. He's a businessman, and the way they started having conversations about the phone was because somebody randomly sent her a text message. It was a screenshot of him allegedly on a dating app. right? And they're engaged. So she's like, oh, you know, politics is a crazy game. So she's like, I think that she thought it was like fake and somebody was just trying to like mess with her a little bit.
Right. And this is recent. She found this out recent.
So no, that's another thing. She just revealed this Monday night, but she says she's been going through this for the past year.
Oh wow.
And nobody has helped her.
So she says that basically what happened after she got that text message, it got to the point where she was able to get to the phones. He allegedly, the ex-fiance had put one phone in the safe, got a new phone, and she was just watching him because she's like, why is he doing all of this? But she had begun uncovering things because she said she used to work in tech, so she was able to like I guess like track like metadata and just see kind of what he was doing or whatever. And she has these files, these photos, these videos. She said it's tons and tons of women and underage girls. She said that she actually reached out to one of the girls because she recognized some of them. They're like her political colleagues, like daughters and stuff like that. She said she reached out to one of the girls, just letting her know, hey, I have this, and showing her. And then she said the girl didn't even remember that it happened whatsoever. Now this is all alleged. Now she says over this past year, what happened is that she went to South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson, who, you know, this is actually somebody that will be her opponent if she runs for governor of South Carolina in 2026. But she says that she went there. She also says that she went to investigators who basically told her, like, the prosecutor's office said that they said that this was like false, right? Like about her coming to him and not getting help. But then the investigator, she said that they threatened to lock her up as if she wasn't the victim. So she's been trying to figure this out for the past year. She said she had to leave her home. She had to tell her kids what happened because they had to just up and leave. It got to the point where it got physical between her and her ex-fiance. She said she has the marks to prove it. And now she just basically wants to get attention to it because behind the scenes she's been trying for a year to get some movement, to get these, you know, people that she's alleging has done all these things to these women off the streets, and nothing has happened. So she took it to the House of Representatives floor. And I just think it's crazy because this is your fiance, you know what I mean? And you find a video of yourself in your phone. She said she had a couple drinks one night and she can't remember
and then
the night.
See herself, to see one of yourself on the videos is crazy.
Yeah, and it was to the point where she also alleged that, like, in one of the videos of a woman allegedly being raped, a younger girl being raped, the girl's body was so lifeless because the girl had allegedly been drugged that she thought that the girl was like not alive, but she had just allegedly been drugged. So she's saying it's really bad, and she's uncovering this.
So where is he at? There's nothing about him.
So he's right now
well, they're investigating.
Yeah, they're investigating it, but he has categorically denied all of the claims. He says that he takes the matter seriously and will cooperate fully with any necessary legal process to clear his name. So just got to
work in politics too. I know you said he's a businessman, but like, what is he?
No, he's not a politician.
Yeah, that's all. He was a businessman, but then he has these other colleagues too that she's alleging is a part of this as well too. Now another, just shifting gears again, we kind of been all over the place today. Kanye West. So you guys remember Kanye West had the website Yeezy.com.
Yep.
He did the Super Bowl ad, rejecting or sending people to the website.
Yep.
On the website, he had this T-shirt with the Nazi symbol on there.
Swastika,
yes. Now, people were really, really upset about this, as you can imagine. But right now, if you go to Yeezy.com, y'all can try it on your phones. I just did it. The website is disabled. So reports right now are that Shopify has actually disabled the store. I reached out to Shopify to try and figure out if they disabled it or if it was something done on his side, but you can't shop the website anymore. And then people were like, well, if the website was going to sell these Nazi, pushing T-shirts, why would the Super Bowl ad be approved? So TMZ actually found out that he pulled like the wool over the eyes of Fox when he purchased his Super Bowl Sunday ad. The 30-second spot, which Kanye says he shot on his iPhone, it shocked a lot of people because he just had went on that anti-Semitic rant, and then the website dropped those T-shirts. But sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Fox actually approved the ad Friday to air Sunday in 3 markets only: LA, Philly, and Atlanta. So for some people that didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's why. But the process was purely based on 2 things: the content of the ad and the website promoting Yeezy.com. They're told that the video of Kanye sitting in a dental chair said nothing else but over and over, like whatever. It was like whatever was on the website wasn't there Friday, and it was nothing offensive there. It was just normal athletic wear, and then all the other stuff pops up.
Put that on there.
Yes. So at some point Sunday, he reduced the site and changed the items, and now the swastika shirt was on the website. So I'm not for sure again if Shopify has taken this down, but it does say disabled if you visit the website right now, and I have reached out to figure out who disabled what.
Yeah, I literally yawned during that story. Not because you didn't do a good job, but because Kanye is just exhausting. It's just tiring. Like, it's just like at this point, you can't figure out nothing else to do to garner attention.
Yeah, he tried to comment on the Super Bowl too. He said that Kendrick did a good job. But then he said that they're using Kendrick to take down Drake, like how they took down R. Kelly. So, that's a whole nother thing.
I actually thought that guy was
R. Kelly took himself down. Right. What are we talking about?
No, R. Kelly definitely took himself down.
I thought that was Kanye. Me and a lot of other people thought that was Kanye that during the Super Bowl halftime. But Morgan told us this morning that person was actually a part of the thing. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, I've been figured out that it wasn't Kanye, but I thought that he had pulled some. Because he was one of his things and just went.
He was being funny, saying he was going to pop up
and
at the
ran
Super Bowl.
across. And ran. I thought he did that, but it wasn't.
Can you imagine him running with them silver, the silver?
Absolutely.
And who would buy them swastikas t-shirt?
You'd be surprised at
who would buy that?
You'd be surprised.
People who identify as Nazis.
Yeah.
And people who love Kanye and do everything.
But that's what's so dangerous because, he does have influence over a lot of people.
Yeah.
And what if it's a younger generation who don't even understand the history of
what it
Swahili?
means.
Don't know nothing
So they just
about-
go to the t-shirt line and like,
To
that
support
look
Easy.
cool.
Yeah.
And buy it. Now they walking around with swastikas on.
Especially a younger crowd who don't really even understand a lot of
That's exactly what I just said. That's right.
And it cost him $8 million, by the way, that the spot in the Super Bowl that he bought. But wrapping it up now.
He allegedly made that back, right? That's what he said?
I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's Jess with the Mess. All right. Well, let's get to the mix. 800-585-1051. Get your request in now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's Black History Month. What we doing today?
Man, salute to my guy, BDaht. Every day during Black History Month, BDaht puts out a podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network called I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either. And BDaht speaks on Easter today and how hush harbors, liberation anthems, and even your fresh Easter fit are all part of a legacy of resilience and rising up. Let's discuss.
I didn't know, maybe you didn't need. I didn't know, I didn't know, I didn't know, I didn't know.
But see, for our ancestors, Easter wasn't just about dressing up and being fresher than the Board of Health and hunting Easter eggs. Back in the day, Easter was like the original "We Gon' Be All Right" anthem. It was hope in the middle of chaos. Imagine being enslaved, working sunrise to sunset, but still holding on to the story of Jesus rising again. Now that's some real faith. It might be smaller than a mustard seed. It was a thought of, if Jesus could roll that stone away, come on somebody, then we can roll this oppression off our backs too. Can I get an amen? And had you ever heard of hush harbors? Let me tell you about them. Hush harbors were like the underground clubs of the enslavement period. Like them silent parties, but they didn't have no colorful headsets. And instead of the DJ dropping bangers, you had somebody in the corner whispering, "Swing low, sweet chariot." Because they had to keep it low key. Because if massa caught you, it's a wrap. So they'd head out to the woods, set up shop, and worship in secret. Hush harbors. They'd even hang up wet blankets to keep the sound from traveling. Yeah. Soundproof in the woods. Now, how innovative is that? They didn't need no Beats by Dre. Our ancestors invented noise cancellation. But these hush harbors, they weren't just about worship. Oh, nah. They were about rebellion. See, they'd sing songs like "Wade in the water, wade," which was basically the first GPS. Because that was code for, "Hey, you, Harriet said meet her by the river. And don't forget to pack light." These folks turned praise into power, hymns into hope. And today, that same energy lives in every gospel choir and every preacher who makes you say, "Shabbat, Esa." And we can't forget about the Easter fit tradition, the pastels with the shoes to match. I wasn't capping about that, but that goes back to the enslavement periods as well. After emancipation, newly freed black folks would pull up to church in their finest fits. They wasn't just dressing for God. They were dressing to let the world know, I'm free and I look good. That's why to this day we don't play about them Easter fits. Some folks be out here treating Easter like the Met Gala. Big hats, pastel suits. Had to put some armor all on them shoes because I could see my reflection in them Jones. It's like a runway show with a praise break in the middle. And no, Easter ain't the only holiday with roots in the struggle. We talked about Juneteenth in previous seasons. That's when we celebrate freedom. Two years after freedom was supposed to happen. Can you imagine being 2 years late to your own free party? Not like your job hitting you up and saying, "Hey, you got PTO that you didn't use back in 2023. Another holiday is Kwanzaa, where we honor African traditions and principles like unity and self-determination. If Easter is the resurrection, Juneteenth is the graduation, and then Kwanzaa is like the family reunion. It's all connected. Holidays rooted in freedom and resilience. So this year, when you're stepping clean and your Easter's best, remember, you're not just celebrating a holiday. You're honoring a legacy. You're carrying forward the spirit of those hush harbors, the fight for freedom, and the hope that no matter how low we get, we always rise again. And I didn't know. Maybe you didn't either.
All right, happy Black History Month.
That's right. And make sure you subscribe to the I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. Available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
All right, when we come back, we got the positive note and more. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, we got to salute Tamika Mallory for stopping through. Her book is out right now. I Live to Tell the Story.
That's right. A memoir of love, legacy, and resilience. This is her memoir. If you enjoyed State of Emergency, you will enjoy her memoir. Remember, State of Emergency was more of a self-help guide, a how-to book on how to get through the times that we were in, back in 2020, 2021. But this is her actual memoir, man, that just talks about the story of Tamika Mallory and how she became to be who she is, man. So make sure you go out there and get it. Available everywhere you buy books today. And it is out on my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing with Simon & Schuster. And I want to tell y'all about a date. Tamika's going to be at in New York City. If you're in New York City, she's going to be at Starvo's Nostrils. Somebody Latino come in here.
I'm sure that's not the name of it, but go ahead.
Well, it's the Foundation Library at the New York Public Library, okay? And she'll be in conversation with Jumaane Williams on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, okay? So the New York Public Library, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. She will be in conversation with Jumaane Williams. So go to TamikaDMallory.com/tour to learn more about that.
All right. Now you got a positive note?
I do have I'm sorry, Big Jess. Jess getting all that money. Run them tour dates down. $100,000 a show. What's up?
Calm down, okay? Just relax.
It's if smoke is smoke, if it's tea is tea.
No, come on, no, that is not what. Please relax, because I keep telling you something. My old ass uncle is not that. Lauren came in and said, if it's smoke, then it's smoke, and then it's tea. I don't know. My ass don't know nothing either. I don't know, but I never heard of it. If you want smoke, it's tea. That's two different things. But this Friday for Valentine's Day, we have the extravaganza in DC. Make sure you get your tickets for that. It's a dinner. It's a party, live music. Me and my Nigerian people putting on this really, really nice upper echelon event. We're all black. Get your tickets at www.
Upper what?
Upper echelon.
Okay.
What I supposed to say?
That sounds luxurious. I'm there. Upper echelon. I want some of
Upper
that.
echelon.
Enchilada. Look at it.
Something good.
Upper echelon. Upper echelon. Echelon. That's
echelon.
Anyway. Yes, echelon. Whatever.
Jesus.
But get your tickets. All right. Dress all black. Bring your wife. Bring your husband. Whatever. Y'all come out there. Dance. Will be live music. Couples games. The host. We got some special guests. Everything. Get your tickets at FTKConnect.com. Connect the spell with a K, and then if you one of those people who call in for tickets, 1-833-FTK-LINE. Get your tickets. I'll see y'all Friday.
All right, Charlie, got a positive note?
Yes, the positive note, man. It comes from the great Cornel West. Cornel once said, if you can't lead the people, Cornel West once said, you can't lead the people if you don't love the people. You can't save the people if you don't serve the people. So find somebody to serve today. Always be of service to others. Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!